For over a century, Tanzania's pastoralists and hunter-gatherer communities have shared the famed Ngorongoro Conservation Area with wildlife, but their exploding population now poses a threat to this existence. According to the Tanzanian National Bureau of Statistics, in 1959, the number of people living in the World Heritage Site was estimated to be 8,000. In 2017, this figure rose to 93,000. As of December 2021, the population was 110,000. The livestock population has grown even more, from 260,000 in 1959 to 831,563 in 2017. The population is now over 1 million. This implies a worsening of the well-being of the people, as the resources can hardly sustain this number and their livestock. As of 2017, 50% of the population in Ngorongoro lived in extreme poverty, with 80% of the population owning only 3% of the total livestock. The pastoralist and hunter-gatherer communities in Ngorongoro are living in precarious and harsh conditions. Alarmingly, the illiteracy rate was 64%. The government of Tanzania has its citizens' best interest at heart, including these pastoralists who currently lack their basic human rights of access to land, alternative sources of livelihood, the right to quality education, and the right to life, liberty, and security. The current population in Ngorongoro Conservation Area is projected to double to 200,000 people by 2038. Tanzania has historically allowed pastoralists to coexist with wildlife, but currently their relationship has become less harmonious, with both animals and people attacking each other. In addition, pastoralists are causing alarming ecological and environmental damage and threatening the very existence of the surrounding wildlife.
Police in Tanzania said Thursday that elephants in the country's Ngorongoro Conservation Area killed a Maasai man.
Against this backdrop, there are ongoing human-wildlife conflicts. Between 2016 and March 2022, 217 people were reported to have been injured. A total of 1,027 livestock and 53 people were killed. President Samia Suluhu Hassan sounded the alarm last year.
Ngorongoro ni muhimu. Tunapozungumza Arusha na utalii, Ngorongoro ni muhimu sana. Hatuwezi kuenda na matakwa ya watu na tukaua Ngorongoro. Haiwezekani. Ngorongoro lazima ibaki na watu waendelee kuishi. Lakini maisha ya ndani ya hifadhi peke yake? Hapana. Hata nje kuna maeneo tunaweza kutoa watu wakenda wakakaa.
Clearly, with the rapid population growth of both people and livestock, increasing poverty, uncontrolled human settlement, and invasive species in the area, this current model is unsustainable. Climate change has led to prolonged droughts and low crop yields. This in turn has forced pastoralists into conflict with wildlife over access to food and water. Increasingly, the pastoralists are becoming more aware of their plight and have requested the government to resettle them to areas where they will be able to freely carry out all their social and economic activities. Putting this to action, Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa engaged with the Ngorongoro community in a bid to find an amicable solution to the matter.
Ndaka tuhakikishe pale tunajenga vituo vya kutolea huduma kaya fulani hivi zahanati, Eneo kubwa hivi, kituo cha afya kizuri cha kulaza na wagonjwa. Si mnavijua vituo vya afya vya Mheshimiwa Samia Suluhu Hassan? Vina wodi ya kujifungulia, vina wodi, kuna vya kulala wagonjwa, magonjwa mchanganyiko, lakini pia kuna chumba cha operation. Ndio vituo vya afya vya Mama Samia. Tunajenga hapo pia. Sasa hivi mkakati wa serikali wa sasa kupeleka umeme vijijini, tunapeleka umeme wa REA. Tutajenga pia kituo cha polisi kwa ajili ya usalama wa wananchi wetu.
Following the discussions, the government has concurred to a voluntary relocation scheme for pastoralists. The government has allocated land of approximately 500,000 hectares for resettling Ngorongoro pastoralists. The government land use plan will accommodate human settlements, agriculture and grazing land. And currently, a team of experts is carrying out surveys for settlements, agricultural and rangeland blocks. The government is committed to a comprehensive relocation action plan, which will cover compensation in line with the country's laws and regulations, and will also provide transport for livestock and property to the resettlement site. The resettlement site will have all the necessary social amenities, including primary schools, secondary schools, health centres, power, as well as clean and safe water. Each household will receive a 3-bedroom house on 2.5 acres of land. This land will have a title deed, which means they will have legal ownership of the land. For those interested in engaging in agricultural activities, an additional 5 acres of land will be provided. Through this exercise, the government of Tanzania seeks to economically uplift the pastoralist community and restore harmony. In its voluntary relocation program, the government has been sensitive to the culture and human rights of the pastoralists and hunter-gatherer communities in an effort to minimize disruption to their way of life. It has a responsibility to secure both conservation and the welfare of its people. Without this intervention, Ngorongoro Conservation Area will be lost to the world. This will not only be unacceptable, but unthinkable. Ngorongoro Conservation Area must be allowed to thrive and maintain its natural glory for generations to come.